Toxic. She call me toxic.
Yeah, I bet.
She call me toxic.
So cliche,
Swear I am not shit.
but I'm not though.
She call me toxic cause I won't simp out. Never get phased or react to a big mouth. She call me toxic.
She call me toxic.
She call me toxic.
Oh wow.
And we're not even doing it.
You feel what I'm saying? And I'm gonna let you know something now. And the way we carry shit, like I said, like this is why I'm a human. The way we carry shit is we look at people for who they are. You feel what I'm saying? Like we don't look at people for what you got and all that stuff. Like we really pay attention to what who you are as a person. You feel me? So like what's going on with the culture is like niggas niggas goddamn idolize shit that you should never idolize. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't come from the Zoe side, like the gangster side of the Haitian side. You feel what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And, like, I do have some people that's on the Zoe side, but I don't we don't come from like my people don't come from that. We come from like natural earth shit, like I said, human and shit. So it's like you gotta look at it like you feel me, like we kill each other every day, right? Niggas get killed by niggas every day over bitches, drugs, money,
But white people get killed by white people every day. It's just
all
that has
type
to
of
do with
shit.
more proximity and because I hate that. That has to do
We
with
do
more
it at a high
proximity
we
with
do
what
it at a
people
higher
heard in the media.
we do it at a higher rate because like I said, the gang
Mm,
banging shit, that gang banging shit.
I don't agree with that. Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
We just need to take our black dollars
Niggas
and
have
keep them to
violations.
ourselves.
Like
Because
We need to do
black
that. And we
dollars,
got
black dollars matter.
niggas
it
do
does.
not have
They
unity,
do.
bro. Like
And but
See, I can't.
we also have a lot of opposition to unity. There are people who have issues and stuff, and when they come together, it's not a problem. But nobody else in this country, no other demographic of people in this country have literally had presidents put in executive orders in place to make sure that those people did not come together. Who was it? I want to say Franklin D. Roosevelt. I might be wrong. Theodore Roosevelt, not Theodore. Probably was Franklin D. Roosevelt. Actually, or Hoover. Franklin was the one that said that black unity was the number one threat to this country's security and safety. When you got a president of a country saying that, basically telling the whole country, do not, under any circumstances, let these people come together and unify and build, and you got a whole country against you. There's so many oppositions to black unity. Not saying that we can't do it, because I'm a firm believer that sometimes you things have to be done, even if they're hard as hell to do, and we know it. But like I said, ours is a very unique experience. So you got people coming over here already thinking that black people are lazy. You already got people coming over here thinking black people don't take advantage of the opportunities that are set before us. And when they come over here and start their businesses, they're not realizing that the system has made it easy for them just to give them a one up on us, no matter how hard we've been working for those same opportunities.
Yep.
So that's why I said we definitely need to isolate ourselves from these people because they don't understand and they're not trying to hear it. You know what I'm saying? When you can come from eating dirt somewhere or they killing babies in China and you and your family happen to escape and you come over here and they hand you everything on a silver platter, or you're Ukrainian refugee and they giving you a house and $100,000 right off top, which is when we fighting for reparations and we've been in this country our whole life. You have to separate yourself because they're not going to understand. I totally agree with Alpha G that we absolutely need unity, but first we need isolation. Sometimes you got to pull away from all the bullshit and go heal and figure out what you need to do without all the influence, without all the infiltration, without all the ignorance, because everybody not going to be able
I
to
hear
go.
a lot of
But
how you say I guess disagreement to that statement when people say like, oh well, we had Black Wall Street and they did what they did to it, and I feel like they're like afraid to do it again. It's like, oh, we tried twice and they shut us down, so I guess it's not meant to be. But that's what they want us to believe. Like they want us to believe. But I feel
exactly.
like we're in a situation now where we got a lot of like these millennials and Gen Z and the decade, like the generations that are adults now, I feel like it could very much
Mhm.
be possible to just buy some land and have a town, and
It
just
is.
have a town
It is.
and
It
grow
really
from
is.
there, and just be in that town. You got a black market, you got black farmers, you got black musicians. Everything is black, 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 and no,
Exactly. If we don't stand on a mountain and tell everybody this is a black city,
exactly. You
you
don't have
can't
to
come
tell
here.
nobody
We're doing
nothing.
it because you nobody else does that. And then when you think about it, there was Tulsa, Oklahoma, and Rosewood were not the only cities. There were black,
Mhm.
flourishing,
Mhm.
thriving, wealthy cities all over this
Mhm.
country. The more research I started doing, well, I would stumble across stuff a lot on Instagram and then go
Mhm.
follow up on it. A lot of the lakes, a lot of the interstates were strategically built in flooded areas that flooded out and displaced black people from their cities
Mhm.
and stuff. So we've done it before. But my mentality is if we've done it before, we can absolutely do it again. And I feel like we can do it more so
Mhm.
now because of the path that has been carved by other people. Like before, when you had a city, the white people was all on the court. They could storm in, burn it to the ground, kill everybody, walk away.
You can't
Nobody
do that
said
now.
nothing. Now you can't do that. You can make it
Mhm.
difficult, but you can't burn a whole city to the ground and stuff now, which we should be absolutely using to our
Mhm.
advantage.
I think we
And
gotta stop trying to
I'm sorry.
get into the white spaces, because that's where it be at. Like, oh, I need to do this and I need to work for these people. I have to do this. I have to get here and the white man's dollar, and I'm gonna save my money and buy these other things that as we as a people don't
That's why I'm
need.
glad they got rid of affirmative
Yeah,
action.
yeah,
No,
yeah.
because I just say this. I know some genuine
I
white
don't
people.
trust them. I don't
Like,
trust
and
them.
then when I say they respect, they respect. Like, I still don't. I'm on the same page too. Like, I still don't trust them, but I do know some genuine
But
white
it was white
people. Like,
people who helped people
you
with the
know what I'm
Underground
saying?
Railroad. You know what I'm saying?
But
There's
Oh yeah,
always
of
been
course. Yeah, of
what
course.
people fail to realize, like
but it's us
in
first. That's what he needs.
any religion, any spiritual don't anything that is definitely you supposed to learn from your successors because like I don't agree with nothing that white people did, but at the same fucking time, my nigga, can you like because niggas could have did the same shit, but we had a different mind state, but they don't even know better, bro. But these niggas took over, bro. Like you gotta like you ain't gotta respect how they took over, but you gotta
I
respect the
don't respect
takeover.
it because
I
like
don't
they
like
said, we too
on
genuine and we
some
too
like
kind, we too
on some
welcoming.
not like on some racial shit though, like on just on some genius shit. Like they really was going around the country saying, yeah, we believe in Jesus Christ, and if you don't, we gonna kill y'all. So niggas,
They couldn't have came on my island at all. Fuck off.
you know what I'm saying? And then, but see, what's crazy is like some of them battles they went and tried that shit and lost was niggas. Cause it was niggas like, nah, bro, like you're not about to come here and do all that shit, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like Haiti. They ain't come take over
Hmm.
Haiti.
Hmm.
You don't know this land. What you gonna do? What you gonna shoot
Well,
like
they
the
got
niggas in
Jamaica.
front of you? What you gonna do when you in the woods? You know what I'm saying? Like, but like I said, like black people need unity, yo. And then we gotta stop being hypocrites too, yo. Like, cause niggas kill niggas a whole lot of time, and then we make the
I,
biggest uproar when
I want to
fucking
touch on that.
another race.
I want to touch on that. I I, I want to touch on that. Okay, so black on black crime is a myth.
Mhm.
Thank you.
It is
Mhm.
proximity crime.
Thank you.
I get what you're saying when you say that we do it at a more alarming rate. That goes back into systemic
Mhm.
oppression. The reason you see higher crime within us is because people in poverty tend to do
Mhm.
more crime. So our areas with redlining and things like that were systemically put in poverty between redlining, the infiltration of drugs, guns. Like we don't own no planes and none of that. So that's where the crime comes from. And then they did mass incarceration on top of that. What it is that, yeah. So what it is that we definitely need unity. I agree that I think we do need to separate ourselves in regards to just like culturally and like generally from other foreign blacks as a whole, and of course from white people. Come on now, but but I definitely think that there needs to be. We need to fix ourselves first. We need to go figure out what it is we need to do, and we know the blueprint on how shit gets done
Mm-hmm.
in this country.
Sure do.
This country is business first,
Mm-hmm.
people second.
Mm-hmm.
If we don't come together and get our economics in order,
Mm-hmm.
we're never gonna
You
have
gotta have
anything
secret
done.
meetings.
And that's where, yeah,
Yeah.
and that's where the buying of the
Mm-hmm.
land comes from. And that's where, you know, things like that come from. And until we learn how to stick together and not be at each other's throats and shit like that, it's never gonna get better. It's never gonna
Can't
get better.
nobody tell me we can't do it. In 2018, the US, the national debt to China was $1.2 trillion, and the consumer debt, the buying power of black people in that same year was 1.5 trillion, which means we could have bought the United States debt from
Mm.
China with black buying power and owned the country. You cannot
Mm-hmm.
tell me, because we can come together
Mm-hmm.
now. It's just a matter of what
Yeah.
for. Because clearly we could come together and spend 1.5 trillion in consumer goods. We need more people on the debt place, because the people who want to eradicate, properly educating black children and black people on who they are, what our abilities are. That's why they're getting rid of critical race theory and things like that. And they want to promote, oh, I love all people. I don't see color. We all bleed red, all that stuff. They trying to erase that. So we don't have these kind of arguments, and we won't have this kind of unity that we need, because all lives
Mm-hmm.
matter. You feel me? So we can come together when we come together for a damn Super Bowl
Mm-hmm.
party. We can come together for a fight in Vegas. We can come together for those things. It's just that we need people on it. Like, we need people to stop talking and just lead by example. Like, everybody's waiting to unify and get people together to go do something when there's already people in a position that are doing these things. They just need more like-minded people to come on, because black people are always waiting on some messiah type leader to lead them, like Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, Marcus Garvey, these people. We're always waiting for that next person who is going to rally the people and bring the people into this great light, when we all have this knowledge and stuff already for ourselves. So we got to stop doing that. But we can unify. We can easily unify. Like Bill said, we know what the blueprint is. Like, me and my dude talk all the time. I be like, I know what it's going to take for us to do it. It's going to take people just to do it. It's going to take people to find a neighborhood and
Stop
just
asking for
start
free shit.
having homeowners block after block after block. And he was like, well, eventually they're going to figure it out. I'm like, these banks and stuff not thinking about that when you got black people that are economically equipped to do what they're doing. And it's like, green always talk over black or
Mm-hmm.
white, what we up against. And we already know that it's going to take money to combat it. So we have to get ourselves in these positions where the school boards of the schools that are teaching 98% black children ain't 98% white, because they don't have vested interest in our children. So we got to
Mm-hmm.
strategically put ourselves in these political positions, put ourselves in these community positions, put ourselves in these business and entrepreneur and corporate positions in order to do it. But the thing is, we really have to move in silence, because it is a known fact throughout this country. Once they know what you're doing, they try to stop what you're doing. For us, when it comes down to us,
Mm-hmm.
it's like, oh, you guys want to be included in everything, but it's reverse racism when you try to keep people out. But when other people do their own thing and have that unity and that sense of community where they take care of their own and themselves, nobody says anything. Oh, it's like, oh, that's so wonderful that you all come over here and you work together as a team and you pool your resources together and you guys build, and nobody bothers them. But when we do it, they want to go blow it up and bring the government in to do it too. Exactly.
They
And
scared
and
of
but
us.
nobody ever questions why. It's like they're scared of us more than we are of them, and more than we ever have. them, and but
because
everybody we won't use
we
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 won't use
taught them
that.
what
All
they
right,
know right now.
and all we be doing is minding our business, getting our resources together because we're not doing nothing or working to do anything. We just have to do it. Like even if you could get 20 friends together that could agree to move to a community, everybody buy a house, everybody start teaching their kids this, everybody put in money and take over the ownership of a grocery store. And another thing is we feel like we have to have all black resources. No, we don't, because Mexican people, Chinese people, we all use utilities from the same white owned company. But it's about where once you get these resources
Mhm.
in, once we're making money, once we're doing these things, where do we put those resources? Black people send our resources straight out of the community. The money touch hands of
Mhm.
other communities so many times before it has to go out. So we have to focus on those things. Unity, it's an issue, but it can be done if we focus ourselves and we get with like-minded people, because eventually people gonna start coming in because all they waiting for really is somebody else to do it. And then like Breeze was saying, gatekeepers, and then you have people, mainly I would say men. I'm kind of traditional in that sense, but mainly men who step up to the plate and start becoming the gatekeepers and decide what bullshit we're gonna allow in the community and what bullshit we not on a bigger scale. And as
Mhm.
women, you can love a woman and be like, hey, we're not doing that. This is how we're gonna roll. This is how things are going. We're gonna have self-respect. We're gonna do this. We're not gonna rap about that. We're not gonna get on podcasts and talk about this. Once that starts to become a norm, because I believe inherently everybody wants to be better, and those who don't, they're gonna eradicate themselves. That's just how that's gonna go. So, yeah, unity. We definitely, but we need to go. We need
Yeah,
our
no
own
more,
little
no more.
area without the sabotaging, because that's technically what I call happened on that podcast with them people. That's sabotage. That is sabotaging. Even if we had something going on, the fact that people can look at them and think they're us and what they're doing is cool, like that's crazy. That's crazy.
Word, no more female rappers that look like they don't wash. Okay.
I'm crying. Who don't wash?
What's the chick with the red wig? I
Oh,
said in the
Sexy
last
Red,
podcast,
Lord Jesus, I can't
she
stand
looked
her.
like she don't wash.
Lord,
She smelled like Newports and Old
and all
English.
she
I
keeps
promise
saying
you.
is y'all always want a hood chick, but y'all can't. Like, bitch, no, no, no. Sexy
Oh, you
Red,
talking
no,
about
ma'am.
Sexy Red,
I don't know what her name is.
Booty Hole Brown?
No,
That
no,
girl.
Motherfuckers
no,
you keep
no
booty hole
more.
brown.
She do
She
look
looked
like
like
that
she
though.
don't wash. She looked dingy. That shit is
Because she
crazy,
came
bro.
outside
They be
and
saying in
got
interviews,
Sexy
lit
they
red,
be
yeah.
saying
and never went back
the
inside the
way they be
house.
talking in interviews, her if it's real, her Glorilla.
She is not a
She on the
role
interview
model,
like, oh,
man.
I had chlamydia 6 times and da 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 da. Like they be, I don't know if that's true, what they be saying, but they be like, oh, in the Sexy Rant interview, she said this. In Glorilla's interview, she said that. Like they be out there. I be like, yo, I slap the shit out of
No,
all these chicks, yo.
one of these
That's
chicks had a
crazy.
video. One of these chicks had a video. I guess it was supposed to be an OnlyFans video, and she was supposed to be squirting, but she actually peed on herself.
Sukihana,
And she came out and said, "I like to
Suki with the
pee on
good
myself.
coochie.
Yeah, like I like to pee on myself." And I was like, "Yo,
This is
this
this
is
is
what
this
we're
is
talking
this
about."
is what we need gatekeepers for. Like some of this shit is not acceptable. It is absolutely not acceptable. I had made a post. I think somebody was talking about bonnets, and I think I actually might have put it on Twitter actually. And I was just like, some shit ain't people trying to tell you. Some people ain't people hating on you or trying to stop you from being yourself. Some shit is just a fucking standard. Like some shit you just keep to yourself.
Mhm.
Some stuff you wear in the house. Some stuff you don't say in public. It's just, why do y'all insist on lowering the goddamn bar? Why? No, nobody.
Mhm.
You can
Because
go
they
and you can
lazy.
wear
It's
pajamas
too
and
much
coochie
work.
cutters and a half top. You can wear that in Walmart, but why the fuck are you wearing that in Walmart? Why are you out here presenting yourself like that? And then when somebody tell you you look like trash, you want to get all mad because you could do what you want. But it's like, why are you lowering the bar for everybody?
But wait. Wait. I don't know if y'all seen this or if y'all heard this. Or there's a lady who do waxing, and she made a statement. She was like, "You cannot come to my shop if you have on pajamas and or a bonnet."
Nah, she was a
And everybody in
dentist.
the comments, they were going crazy. No, that might be a different thing, but this is a
Oh
waxing lady.
wow.
This is a waxing lady, and she was like, "You cannot come. I'm not. I'm gonna send you home. I'm not gonna take your appointment. I'm gonna deny your business if you show up to your appointment with pajamas and or a bonnet." And everybody is like, "We don't understand why. Like why?" Well, I'm like, "Y'all dumb because if you still got the pajamas on that you." Went to sleep in. I mean, you ain't wash your ass, and you trying to have her all up in your coochie,
And
and
some
you
people
ain't
don't
wash
believe
your
you should be in
ass.
public
Like
like that.
what?
Like
That's
pajamas are
at
pajamas.
all.
Bonnets are like the most I can see a bonnet for is traveling. Like if you going somewhere and you're trying to maintain your hairstyle, maybe,
Mhm.
but you can also wrap it,
Mhm.
But it's like,
Mhm.
why are we
Mhm.
bashing people for having a standard? First of all, that's her business. She can do what she wants. Like that's her privately owned business. She can have
Mhm.
who she wants. Just like when they be like, "Oh, we got to have a shirt and shoes on to get served." They don't get mad at that. You know what I'm saying? It's like,
Mhm.
why are we mad at people for having standards? And sometimes people who want to see people do better, sometimes that's the only way they can make people do better. Like, okay, well, I can't control what you do anywhere else, but when you come in here, you're gonna look presentable. You're gonna look
When
like
you
you
come in
represent.
here, you can only do
I'm
X,
definitely
Y,
gonna
and Z.
promote X.
Yes. Mhm.
But back in the day, like when you look back, maybe in like the 60s and 70s, the 50s, black women used to be done up. Like you didn't go outside like that. You didn't step outside. Like me personally, I think about it like this. You're a representation of your family, and then when you get your own family, you're a representation of your husband and your kids. So why would you go out looking like that? Your
I
husband
don't
and
think
your kids. You say
was
what? No,
Bonnet
so
Yeah,
was
why would you
Bonnets
go out looking like that?
created back
yeah,
then at that time.
I had a stocking cap,
yeah,
Like
bonnets
but I
are
had a
Bonnets
I had a
old,
stocking
bro.
cap.
was Bonnets back
I'm
then.
like,
Yeah, bonnets are super old.
I had a
yeah,
stocking
rollers,
on my head.
the hair nets, all of that.
Yeah, all that shit is dumb old.
Remember when they started coming outside with pin
Hmm.
curls?
Wait, what?
I ain't
With the
experienced none
pin
of that
curls.
till I actually grew my hair. You know what I'm saying? So,
Right.
when I grew my hair, I started getting
Word.
bonnets and scarf pins
So,
and shit. You know what I'm
so
saying? You
I,
know,
I think yeah, man, this was an amazing episode.
Yeah,
I
I
was
like
supposed
this.
to cut this like an hour ago, but it was so good.
I can't wait to see this
So I
edit.
appreciate y'all, man.
Right.
Oh, look. I'm off this weekend, so I'm gonna be editing this all weekend. Like, so yeah. I just dropped another episode about 4 hours ago. So I got another one that'll be out tomorrow, and this one will be out. What is that? Is that Sunday? So yeah, part one of this will be out Sunday. So yeah.
Part one.
Part one.
We had an hour. We had an hour and like
Now
50 minutes.
time on
Yeah,
150.
like
The time
This
so.
on
Yeah,
part
I'm
one.
gonna have to cut this
no.
up. I'm gonna have to cut this up into a few videos. But I thank y'all.
Okay.
Thank you.
Um, yeah. So
Right.
this has been another episode of Sue Me Later. I'm your host, the villain with the most, Sean Bills. I have Aliyah Breeze, Save, and Alpha G here, and we are signing out.
hey, yo, before
Stay
before we
black.
go,
Proud.
Demon, book out for two, Demon King, September 13th.